Imagine this. You are sitting next to the airplane door. The plane is flying at 35,000 feet. Suddenly, you hear a loud bang. People scream. Someone shouts, "The door is opening." At that moment, your brain says one thing: this is the end. But here is the shocking truth. An airplane door cannot open while the plane is in the sky. And once you understand why, flying will never feel the same again. First, let's talk about pressure. Inside the airplane, the air pressure is carefully controlled so people can breathe normally. Outside the plane, at that height, the air is extremely thin. This creates a massive pressure difference. The airplane door is designed to open inward, not outward. That means the pressure inside the cabin pushes the door tightly into its frame. The higher the plane goes, the stronger the door is sealed shut. Even if someone tried with superhuman strength, the door would not move even 1 centimeter. It's not about locks. It's about physics. Now here is where it gets interesting. People often think, okay, but what if the door somehow did open? Movies love this idea. People get sucked out. Everything flies into the sky. Total chaos. Real life is very different. If a door or a large opening suddenly appeared during flight, the first thing that would happen is explosive decompression. The air inside the cabin would rush out very fast. Oxygen masks would drop automatically. The cabin would fill with loud noise and strong wind. But the airplane would not break apart. It would not fall like a stone. Pilots train for this exact situation. They would immediately descend to a lower altitude where people can breathe normally. Modern airplanes are built to handle sudden pressure loss. The structure is tested again and again to survive extreme conditions far worse than this. Here's a real fact that might surprise you. There have been cases where parts of the plane opened or broke during flight, and the plane still landed safely. Why? Because airplanes are designed with one main rule: nothing should fail all at once. Systems are duplicated, structures are reinforced, every critical part has backups. Now let's talk about something people always ask. Would people get sucked out? The honest answer is, it depends. If you are wearing your seatbelt and sitting far from the opening, you are likely to stay in your seat. The danger is highest very close to the opening, especially during the first seconds. That's why seatbelts are so important, even when the ride feels smooth. This is also why flight attendants constantly remind passengers to keep their seatbelts fastened. Not because turbulence is scary, but because safety is about preparation, not fear. Another myth: the plane would instantly crash. Wrong. Airplanes can fly safely even with serious damage. Pilots are trained to stay calm, follow procedures, and land the aircraft as soon as possible. They practice these situations in simulators over and over again until their reactions become automatic. So why does this fear feel so real? Because our brains hate situations we cannot control. When you drive a car, you feel in control, even if it's actually more dangerous. In a plane, you give control to someone else. That makes your imagination work against you. But facts don't lie. Flying remains one of the safest ways to travel in the world. So next time you sit near an airplane door, remember this. That door is not a weak point. It's one of the strongest parts of the entire aircraft. And the people in the cockpit? They are trained for problems you hope never happen, and many you've never even imagined. If this video changed the way you think about flying, make sure to like and subscribe. Because in the next video, we're diving into another terrifying question people are afraid to ask. What happens if a plane loses all power in the middle of the ocean? Airplane Wave 5